in the mode of prayer. Yeah, so my initiative is called Ugusage Parents. It's a primary school. We are located in the Sironko district. That is Eastern Uganda. And how I started, of course, it was after I'd reached a crossroad in life. That is after I'd failed to continue with my studies at university. Some good years back, was at Makerere University Business School, and I failed to continue with my studies because I liked tuition. And I came back to my community only to discover that I was not alone, but with so other many community youths under my category who had also dropped out at all levels. So I imagined if me were dropped out from university, what about these ones who were in like primary? So I saw a generation whereby youth would just be a waste, idle, and of course, which is a threat to the community. And I said, no, still we can do something. I mobilized the youth, the church members, gave us space, and I was able to start a nursery school, and with the support from my mother, who was a qualified head teacher, a teacher by profession. She really supported me so much. And now the school has grown. We are ministering to over 400 children and over 500 caregivers, because some of the kids we started with are now entering university. They are now entering university. So we have successful stories that we have recorded, and for sure, God has been so faithful to us. Recently, we started another annex in Mbale City, and we discovered that community had almost the same issues. And we are also registering progress. The school is called the Staro Junior School. It is doing so well. Maybe a challenge in our initiative. We have a challenge of lack of high quality human resource. Like since they closed many teachers' colleges, there is scarcity of qualified teachers. And you find that, of course, if you want to have a good one, then you need to it comes with a cost. It comes with a cost. So you find that because of funding, you are forced to look for an alternative. And with us, how are we managing this? We are able to recruit some qualified teachers and also licensed. We call them licensed because they have not yet qualified. And then we bring trainers, good trainers, who offer them the skill, equip them, and I discovered they are doing good work at the end of everything. And then an opportunity to share. Of course, I just discovered that we do not need to wait to get much in order to make a change, but we can start with what we have. Recently, I just had an idea. I bought a small printer, and I engaged one of the firms, examination firms in Uganda, and I was able to buy from them soft copies of tests and homeworks. And I started printing these homeworks at my school, giving them to these children every day. And just that small ingredient I got positive feedback from parents, and I was surprised. We had a visitation day last week on Tuesday. Even this month of this week, we registered new children just because of that. People are still giving us children. So I discovered in most cases, we don't need to wait to have much, but with the little we have, we can still impact lives. So for those ones who have initiatives like schools, we need to tap with those farms that deal in exams so that you can know what you can give to our children. I know it's not my day to speak. I was just told to say hello. So thank you, Lydia, for the time, and I appreciate every support, and I also appreciate whatever that we've learned from ALI programs, accelerator. Really, we've not remained the same. Maybe before I conclude, Lydia, you've been telling us not to spend from source. We struggled and we had to get to reactivate our school account, and we decided not to spend at source, and it has really worked. It has really worked for us. So financially, we are seeing our books are very clear. Thank you so much for your time, guys. God bless you all. I remain Stephen Samoy.
Thank you very much, Stephen. Very encouraging story, and we are happy for what is happening in Bumbusege and the new branch in Nimbale. Keep going. Mole, please take note of the challenges so that you can pray for our friends that are sharing their challenges today. Let's go to Flora. Flora Modest.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you.
My name's Flora Modest. I'm from Tanzania. I would like to introduce my initiative, which is gone by the name of Hearing Than Heard, whereby in past 1 year, I got a chance to interact with the children who have hearing impairment. So I was volunteering with one of organizations here in Tanzania. Its name is called TAI Tanzania. So I went there to collect data, whereby we were collecting data to create animations. But I think that was a point where I met the children with hearing impairment for the first time, and I realized their struggle in education, also in barrier of communication. These people were, I felt like I've met people with different culture, and most of the uniqueness is their language, since they use sign language, and sign language is not a universal language. It's just few people who may need to learn it by going to different training, college, and master it. So I saw their struggles. They were explaining how they face challenge in education and mostly in communication. Like they cannot understand in classes, they cannot understand their fellow peers, and at the same time they are facing stigma at school environment, also in the community. But despite of their struggle, I saw hope in them. Like they're facing struggles for years. So here in Tanzania, when you are a deaf student, you are going to start for 10 years in primary school only, while the others who are not deaf, they spend only 6 years. So you can see the range of years that they take in school. So they spend a lot of years, they still have hope. They go to school every day. They find different strategy to start by themselves. After seeing hope, I also thought of their parents, and I felt the same. Like this parent, despite they see their children, they have this kind of disability, but they still have that ability to wake them up in the morning and tell them go to school. They still have that courage to go and buy a uniform. They still have the courage to buy the school materials. So I thought that I need to be the part of this movement. I need to help their parents, and I took the initiative to start the foundation which called Earrings and Heart. But at the first we came with a name which was Swahili name called this initiative was having a Swahili name which was Nisaidie Kusikia, that is in Swahili. Then we shifted to Earrings and Heart. So far we are located in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania, and we have been helping over 135 children with hearing impairment. So we do fundraising through digital way. We create content, we post, we create WhatsApp group, then people donate their money, and we buy materials and take them to schools. So one of the challenges that we are still facing is on resources. This is not only about money, but also on manpower. So since we are operating with volunteers, we have different commitments. So people, they don't give the 100 energy to push all the activities. So sometimes it has been so hard, but we are keeping moving since the people who are helping out our volunteers. And also we are still struggling with maybe fund, because some of the children that we are helping, they need hearing aids, and they are very expensive to buy for each student, where we can see we have like 135 children who we are supporting, and these are 2 schools. One of the things that people or any member can benefit from joining Hearing and Heart, since we have a group of youth who have committed themselves to help the children over 1 year. So we have membership contribution where people are contributing it in semi-annual, like after 6 months, they contribute some amount of money, then we keep it and help the children. So as a member, as we have members who are youth, and anyone who can able to join us is going to benefit by learning. We have online training, like this whole month of March, we are having online training where people are learning sign language for free. In Tanzania, learning sign language is so expensive, so we have provided them with this
in this country.
So we have decided to provide it for free for our members so that they can interact with the kids when we go and visit. Not only that, sign language in Tanzania is like, it's a job to others, since they can go and interpret to different events. So it's a benefit for all our youth members. And also we are looking forward to partner with different organizations. We are on the process whereby we are going to partner with one of the financial institutes which is going to provide education on how to save money to youth in our platform. So this is among the benefits that people are going to benefit from being the member of Hearing and Heart. And to add on, we are currently working on the visual system that is going to, is a a system that is going to be used by impaired students in school. So we are currently working on it, and we are almost done, and we are going to implement it. So we want the impaired children or students who are at school to be able to use tech equipment. Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you, Flora. Very, very bold steps. Flora is actually still a student at the university, but she's really taking bold steps in transforming her community. Flora, have you graduated already?
Yes, last year on October.
Oh, okay. Congratulations. Yeah, by the time she joined the class, she was still a student, but she's really, really taking bold steps into helping the deaf students in Tanzania. And again, if you have any connections and opportunities, just reach out and you can share with these people. Lastly, we'll give an opportunity to Patrick Iladukunda from Rwanda to introduce himself. Welcome, everybody. We see you. Thank you for standing up. Over to you, Patrick.
Hello. Yeah, I hope you can all hear me.
We can, and even hear the goats, Mr. Farmer.
Yeah, I'm on the farm, so okay. Allow me to share a screen real quick, and I'll just I think you can see my screen. So I'm out on the farm. So hopefully,
We can see, we can see.
okay, thank you. So hopefully the distraction of the wind will not be so disturbing. So my name is Patrick Radukunda from Rwanda, and I am a co-founder of Binding Up Broken Hearts Rwanda. And basically, um, imagine if for the children and they had a supporting system, not just financial, but also emotional, mental, and physical support all around them. Personally, when I was in the first year at the university, I was deeply depressed. And the bad thing about the depression and the mental health is that it is not evident just as physical health or even in biological health. So when you sometimes you are disturbed emotionally, you are destabilized emotionally, but you cannot see it. You cannot. Nobody can see it. Just they see you because physically you are fine. They just assume all the areas of life are just fine. So binding up broken hearts Rwanda was just a result of my personal story and my personal challenges at the university in the first year when I just lost my dream and felt like the deeply depressed and they lost all the hope to keep moving forward. But due to the supporting system that I had from my parents, mentors, and very close friends, I was pushed forward, and I overcame depression. So looking back in the rural areas, I just see a lot of children who do not have that same supporting system of mentors, of parents, and even of close friends who can take them to get mental health services. And also, it's in that sense that I started binding up Broken Hearts Rwanda with my friends and my mentors to impact the lives of children from rural communities of Rwanda, to help them access mental health services and also some character development in classes. We are so far serving 90 children from Butare, Southern Rwanda, and Kigali, Gasabo. It's a new branch that was opened in this year. And so we are serving 90 children from both branches and even their parents. And so we have reached our sustainability plan through the saving groups of the parents and the entrepreneurial projects of the parents. We have reached the 40% sustainability, and we look forward maybe to even reach more than 100%. And our major challenge mainly lies in the mental health professionals. They are so limited in Rwanda. Not only that, and even me who started the actually binding up broken hearts run, I'm not a professional, except just from learning my experience and having trainings. And so our major challenge lies within the mental health professionals, those who can speak to us. So we're trying to bridge the gap by partnering with the local professionals and international professionals by delivering trainings to us and to our beneficiaries through online, hybrid, and even sometimes physical trainings. And so, our opportunity that we can share to the whole ARI members is just like if you one who can provide the trainings either physically, online, or even both hybrid. I mean, like we are open to working with you because we want to see living in a community free from trauma. And so I can share so much, but these are our social media handles and also our website. You can reach out to us and we can partner. I mean, I do not want to take so much time unless anyone has a question, so we can keep sharing. Thank you.
Awesome, Patrick. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Thank you so much for letting us know. Very clear. Ask if you are in mental health. Patrick is calling for your support. If you can do trainings online, guys, it's good to see you. I see Shamai, Dube, Renee. Good to see all of you. Good to see you. I want to ask Mole before we actually invite our speaker. Say a prayer for our friends who have just introduced themselves. Please pray for whatever they are asking for, that God will answer and meet them at the point of need. But also, guys, we are behind you. We support you. If we hear of any opportunity, we shall reach out. Just keep moving. I know that the journey can be so tough, but only the tough keep going. So keep going. Your initiative is valid, your work is valid, and you're changing lives. So Molly, would you please say a prayer for Stephen, Flora, and Patrick?
All right. Thank you, guys. You're doing great. Evan is smiling at you. Lord, we thank you so much for the gift of life. We thank you again that we are here to learn. And above all, we thank you for our dear friends, Lord, that are impacting lives in different communities. Thank you for accepting them as your own vessels to carry the light and world, Lord, to be the vessels and the ambassadors here on earth. We thank you so much. And now, Lord, we pray for provision, Lord. Thank you for providing throughout, but all of them, Lord, are seeking for funds in one or the other. Thank you so much, King of Glory, that this is your work. Sometimes we worry so much how things happen. But Lord, we want to trust that this is your work and you are watching and you're seeing their desires, Lord. They want to scale higher and higher. So, Lord, we thank you that they are going to get their funds. You are connecting each one of them to the right people, the human capital that even Flora is talking about. Patrick is talking about people are professionals. Lord, we pray for connections in these initiatives, King of Glory. Bring the right people with the right values and with good alignment, King of Glory, that when they join them, they will not distract them from the core cause of why they started. We thank you, Lord, that the Bible says that you are our shepherd and we lack nothing. None of these initiatives will lack because, Lord, you want to see your people transformed. You want to see impact. You want to see the kingdom of in heaven come here or on earth, O King of Glory. So bless them with good health, bless their families, and continue watching over them now and forever. In the mighty name of Jesus, we prayed. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mole, and thank you for friends. Again, if you have any support, please we call upon you to support these friends of ours. Or if you have any questions, reach out, as they said. I am not the moderator for today. Our moderator had a bit of technical challenges, so I just had to step in. Please allow me to introduce Peter Segawa, who is our MC. Peter, if you're able to come off mute and on video to say hello to your people before we welcome people, because moving forward, you'll be able to take us forward. Have I lost him again? Oh, yeah. Right.
No.
Okay, good.
I'm on. Hi, everyone. And I really want to apologize so much. I came in a bit late. I had a number of technical issues, but I thank God I'm here and I'm able to connect. So I really want to appreciate God for a number of people who have different visions and kind of initiatives that are helping their communities for a better. I heard so much of the initiative of Flora and Patrick. Thanks so much. May God bless you and connect you to the right people who will be able to support your initiatives It's very possible. I want you to believe that, and God will open up doors for you for the great impact that you are yet to create in the different communities. Thanks so much, Lydia, for taking us in the first part of our session. And I'm quite sure that the person who will be sharing with us is on this call here. And I'm very much sure that we've all been looking forward towards hearing from him. It's some bit of it comes with some good kind of experience, and I guess I really want to request each one of us to be very attentive and take some notes. So join with me to welcome our facilitator for today. Yep. Some hands, some claps.
Hi everyone.
Hi.
So glad to be here. My name is Herbert Lubangakene. I'm very grateful for this opportunity. Thank you, Peter, everyone who is on, Lydia, and everyone who is, taking the time to say something and introduce us to, what they are up to, what they're doing. And thank you for the prayer. So yeah, we bless the name of the Lord. Peter mentioned something very critical. He asks that everyone should be very attentive. And yes, that was well on point. And I request of that as well. And so today I'll be taking you through digital marketing and engagement, something that is very crucial in today's digital, world, in today's growing, fast-paced growing, digital. So my name is Herbert Lubangakene, and part of what I do is we help businesses grow their brands and online presence by creating compelling designs, crafting strategic digital marketing campaigns, managing social media platforms, and training teams, to leverage digital marketing efficiently. If you don't mind, I will go ahead and share my screen.
Are you able to, or you want me to make you a co-host?
Let me see. I think I'm able to. Am I there?
Yes.
Is it shared?
Yeah.
Awesome. So today I don't now some of you I met you guys last year, and we were able to go through some of these things, but because of time we weren't able to finish. And today, because we don't have a lot of time, so we'll be going through it really quickly. And I pray that every one of you will be able to grasp something and learn something that you can be able to apply to your business, to your organization, to whatever it is that you are, aspiring to do or doing already. Yeah. So we'll start off with, digital marketing. What comes to our minds? Most of us have, very many, descriptions of what digital marketing means. But in a nutshell, it's the use of online channels, platforms, and technologies to promote products and services or brands to a target audience. It leverages the internet and digital devices. But in a nutshell, simply put, digital marketing is about giving your business a voice, a powerful, amplified voice that can reach thousands, millions, and even billions of people. Think of it this way. If someone uses sign language, they can only communicate with a small group of people, right? But if they use their voice, they can, reach far more people. Now imagine amplifying that voice with technology. And that's what digital marketing does, for your business. It's like building a bridge between your product or service and the people who need it. This bridge helps your audience understand, the value of what you offer, raises awareness, and keeps, them updated. So in short, in a nutshell, digital marketing is a cost-effective, efficient, and powerful way to help your business reach more people, grow, and, succeed in today's digital world. Yeah. And so digital marketing has very many components. I'll just take us through a few of them. We have what we call social media marketing. Most of you have heard of this. It's promoting, products or services on platforms like FB, LinkedIn, Instagram, and TikTok, plus other platforms that are out there. I believe most of us are familiar with these platforms. We have what we call search engine optimization. In short, it is SEO, and it's more of the use of backlinks and keywords. You can see, for example, when you type on Google, shoes in Kampala, for instance, there are certain websites that keep showing up, so that you can, consider them. So search engine optimization is all about helping your website rank higher on search engines like Google. Two of the most important tools in SEO, there's what we call, keywords and backlinks, something that I mentioned. And so keywords are, the words or phrases people type into the search engines when looking for something. For example, when someone searches for the shoes in Kampala, we mentioned earlier on, websites that have been optimized, that have optimized their content around this keyword are more likely to appear, in the results. Someone mentioned they're into, primary schools. So if you have a website, you embed in keywords, like most of the keywords that people would go online trying to look for, schools, your website will have a higher chance of appearing fast. And so that means you'll be able to get more visitors, getting to learn about your business, coming in, and calling and finding out more about your school. And so keywords on the other end, these are word phrases. Well, keywords are the word phrases that you put in. So by strategically using keywords and building, quality backlinks, businesses can improve, their visibility, attract more visitors, and ultimately grow, their online presence. So SEO is the key to making sure your website stands out, in a crowd of, digital businesses, or in a crowded digital space. With what we call email marketing. This is more of, it's one of the most effective ways to connect with your audience directly. Think of it as having a direct line to your customers' inboxes. With email marketing, you can build relationships by sharing valuable content, updates, and offers, drive engagement through personalized messages tailored to your audience, boost sales, by promoting product, services, or, special deals. So it's more of a cost-effective, measurable, and allows you to stay top of mind with your customers. When done right, email marketing isn't just about sending, emails. It's about creating meaningful connections that, drive results. There's what we call content marketing. Content marketing is it is creating and sharing valuable, relevant content to attract and engage your target audience. Instead of directly selling, you focus on providing value, whether it's through blog posts, videos, infographics, or social media content. And the goal for this mainly is to educate your audience by solving their problems or answering their questions, building trust by establishing your business as an authority in your industry, whichever industry you're in, driving action, by guiding your audience or your prospects, toward, a purchase decision. So great content marketing isn't, it's more about creating content that resonates, build relationships, and, ultimately drives results. Then there's what we call a paid advertising. It's PPC. It's more of running paid ads on, this platform. It's more like saying, okay, this is what I have. This is what I have, and this is the number of people that I want to be able to reach out to, or the number of people that I want to be able to get this information that I'm passing out. So you pay these platforms. There's Facebook, you can pay their ads, Twitter, all these platforms, they have, they have been monetized in a way that you can decide and say, okay, I just want to do business with them. And so when you pay them, they give you the data, and you're able to reach thousands and millions of people through PPC, paid advertisements. So there's what we call influencer marketing or affiliate marketing. Most of you are on TikTok. There are very many influencers nowadays. So it's influencer marketing is saying, okay, partnering with individuals, or websites, to promote your products or services in exchange for, a compensation. So you can say, okay, this person has a great following, he's an influencer, he or she is an influencer, and I want to be able to penetrate, their audience. So what influencer and affiliate marketing is. Am I going so fast?
No, that's okay.
No, you're very fine, actually. You're very fine.
Awesome. Great. So we'll move on to who is digital marketing for? I've had some people say, no, digital marketing is not for me. I just prefer doing things, traditionally. But no, it's for small businesses, looking to increase, their visibility, compete with larger companies and build a loyal customer base. Any startups, there are very many startups nowadays are trying to generate awareness, acquire new customers quickly and cost effectively. Anyone who wants to scale, looking to increase, visibility, compete with larger companies, and build a loyal customer base. Freelancers. Some of you are freelancers, I believe, besides, doing what you are doing as, side gigs and all that stuff. You can find them a lot on Upwork. So freelancers, those who want to showcase their skills and services to a broader audience and build, personal brands. We have established brands, and someone once asked that, why, we know, like, let's say for instance, Coca-Cola, we know Coca-Cola, right? Yeah, we take their soda, we know MTN, we buy airtime every day, but then why do they have to, to keep on, marketing? It's very, very crucial for them because they're aiming to maintain a competitive edge, increasing, their brand loyalty and, entering new markets. So as long as you decide to do business, or as long as you decide to be an entrepreneur, marketing is lifetime. It's like the breath, of your business or of your organization, and you can't do without it. Look at nonprofits and social causes. It's more of raising awareness, garnering support, and reaching donors through online campaigns. And most times, for these organizations, they want to be able to to put out what they are doing out there. Someone mentioned that they have testimonials. These are the things that have to be out there. You have to share them constantly, so that by the time a donor comes in, there's already work, and they can be able to track, okay, this person has been, this year, this person has been doing this and that and this and that, so they can be able, to keep up. So you realize almost everyone falls under this category. So why does it really matter? Does it really matter? Yes, it does. One, it's very cost effective, in comparison to things like billboards, television ads. Billboards nowadays in Kampala, I don't know about how it is in Kenya. Or Tanzania, Flora, maybe you have more information in regards to that. But here in Uganda, billboards, to put your ad up on a billboard, it takes about 4 million Ugandan shillings and above, and for TV, to have your ad, your whatever you produced for your business play on TV for a minute, it's about, 2 million and above, depending on the TV station. So it's really expensive, but with digital marketing, it is cost effective. You don't need a huge budget to make, a big impact. Whether you're a small business, or a large enterprise, you can start small and scale, as you grow. It has targeted, reach. With digital marketing, you can focus. Imagine being able to show your ads only to the people who are most likely to buy from you. Digital marketing lets you do just that, ensuring that every dollar you spend is used efficiently. Unlike billboard, you're just praying, okay, this is that there, I put this billboard up, I spent a lot of money. And so your onion is praying that, okay, I pray that, people will be able to respond to this and people will be able to come into my business and, support. And so it has measurable results, unlike, billboards and TV stations, TV ads and all that, because well, with TV and billboard, you're putting yourself out there. People can get to know about you, but you cannot know how many people, have been able to, to know about your business. How many people have watched your video? How many people, have an interest? So with digital marketing, it provides a real-time, real-time analytics. So what's working and, adjust, quickly. One of the best things about it is, you can really get to see, how your campaigns are performing. And this means you can double down on what works and fix what doesn't, really fast. Unlike a billboard where you, in case something is not working, you're not getting customers and you've spent a lot of money. And people are complaining, you didn't do this right. And so you have to pull it down, and putting it down and putting another one up, that is just, more money and more expenditures. And it also has increased, engagement. It's not just about reaching people, it's about connecting with them. Digital tools like social media and email, can let you have real conversations with your audiences and prospects, helping you build the trust and loyalty. It also has adaptability, as trends change, the digital world moves really fast. And so can you, whether it's a new trend or a change in customer behavior, digital marketing helps you, it helps you to adapt, on the fly, to stay ahead, of the competition. So digital marketing really does matter. And so if you do it well, you'll be happy. Just like this illustration, you capture the fish and you're able to, to sustain your business. It can transform your business, helping you reach thousands of potential customers, boost, engagement, and generate leads, at a fraction of, traditional marketing costs. But if you do it badly, you're going to spend a lot, and you're going to lose out on everything, and results often, don't come overnight. It takes time, experimentation, and persistence to find out the right strategy that works for the audience. The wrong approach, whether using ineffective channels, failing to understand who your audience is, or poorly, crafted content can lead to wasted resources and no measurable impact. Just like the illustration says, my money, my efforts. And so it's going to be really disheartening. And so the reality is, you might feel frustrated. I've got a number of people that have reached out to me and they've been really frustrated. They're trying to do digital marketing, but things are not working out. But the truth is, when digital marketing doesn't seem to deliver the results you hoped for, it can really be, stressing and disheartening to put in the effort and not see immediate results. And often the issue isn't with digital marketing itself, but with how it's being done, with how it's being implemented. It's like you're blinking in the dark and trying to connect with someone who is not even noticing you. So sometimes all you have to do is take a step back and evaluate whether your current approach aligns with your goals and audience needs, and then you can approach it again. So one of the things you can do is always start by identifying the gaps.
Sorry,
are you reaching the
can
right
you mute?
people?
I can't mute. Okay. Sorry about that, Herbert.
Sure. No. So, most of the times you have to start by identifying the gaps. Are you reaching the right people? Is your message resonating with them? And we are going to cover this later on. Are you leveraging the most effective channels for your people, for your prospects? Digital marketing is a long game, but when done right, the results can be worth the effort. And so, very quickly, I'm going to take you all through 15 steps to at least get you started in digital marketing. One is securing your name, and someone might say, but securing, my name, really, is this digital marketing? Yeah, it somehow helps you a lot, because this is the first step that you need to do even before you get started, because it will help you avoid conflicts. Securing your name or brand name with the government, ensures you have legal rights to it. Without this step, you risk discovering that, your preferred name is already taken or too similar to an existing one, forcing you to rebrand later, which is really going to be costly. Those who just start out, before getting their names right and everything, they get to realize later on that we made a big blunder, and now we have to go back and undo everything and start building afresh. And imagine all that time you've spent building your customer base and all that stuff. It helps you also build credibility. A registered name establishes legitimacy and can enhance your brand's credibility. It shows your commitment to a professional and organized approach. And would you give your hard to, to a non-registered business. There are very many people out there running ads today, but one of the things that people before purchasing, from them, they're going to want to find out, especially these big businesses, they're going to especially find out, are these guys legit? Are these guys, registered? If you're not registered, chances are high you're going to really lose out. So does it really matter? Yes, it does matter. Can't I just get started without it? Yes, you can get started without it and maybe make some money along the way. You can make the money, but can you build a profitable long-term business without it? Can you be able to build a legacy without it? No, you can't. And, it also helps you protect your brand, registering your name protects it, from being used by others. This helps, avoid potential legal disputes and, confusion. I remember there is a time a client of mine wanted to start up a clothing line, and so they did their search online. Is the name available? Yes, the name is available. And so they went ahead and created their platforms, or social media platforms and everything. But then the time came and they wanted to now, go legit and register their business, and the business name was already taken. And so now they had to start planning, and it was so breaking for them, because they had to, go back and, and do everything, rename, their brand, their social media platforms, the customers are imagining what is happening. And, so it's a lot really. So it's better to start right than to just start anyhow. So it also helps simplify, the digital journey for you. When your name is secured, you can confidently move forward, knowing that, creating digital assets, websites that you would have to pay for, domains and everything, because you'll be spending money. And so it really, simplifies the digital journey for you. Right now, there are businesses I know of that have over 1,000 or even 5,000 social media profiles. But this is not them, like say, okay, let us create 5,000, profiles. It is a few individuals coming out and saying, okay, this business is working, these guys are making money. So we want to try, and impersonate them. And so they go ahead and it's really confusing for your prospects. And a lot of people get, they get distracted, and they go on to, different individuals thinking it's your business, but, and they end up being thugged, and someone reaches out to you and you thugged me, you stole from me, I paid my money and you were not able, to deliver, yet it was someone else who had impersonated you. So it's very crucial to, register your name, and people will always personate you, however you like it or not, so, and there are ways. One of the ways is registration through registration, copywriting, and a huge marketing, budget for awareness. But the best thing to get you started is really registering it. And so the next thing is, defining your persona. Last time we tried covering this for some of the guys who attended, they were able to do this. So most times we struggle to sell because we are selling to everyone, and that's wrong. And that's where this comes to play. A persona in digital marketing is a semi-fictional representation of your ideal customer based on real data and insights to help you and your business understand your target audience better, allowing you to create more effective marketing strategies, content, and products that resonate, with your audience. You cannot do all this before knowing who you are really, who you really want to come through your door, right? And so key elements of a persona, you might need to have their age right, their gender right, their location right, their education level, their occupation, and their income level, depending on whatever it is that you're doing. You need to know their behavior patterns, how they shop, the platforms they use, content they consume, and their decision-making, process. Example is, doing marketing, a lot of putting all your marketing budget and effort on let's say Facebook, and yet your prospects are on email. So it's really, you need to be able to know them so that you can be able to divert your budget accordingly. It helps, you also need to know their goals and motivation, what they hope to achieve, by using your products and services. And you can do this by doing research, reaching out to them and letting them know, okay, I would like to gather data and would like, to participate. Even if it takes paying them, it's worthwhile. You need to know their challenges and their pain points, the problems they are trying to solve, or frustration they face in today's day-to-day life. Their buying behavior. You need to know their buying preferences, such as how often they purchase and whether they prefer online or in-person, shopping. The Gen Zs and millennials. So it's a totally different thing. If you're targeting the Gen Zs, it's a whole totally different approach. If you're are targeting the millennials, it is a whole totally different approach that you will need to use. But you cannot know, and you can't just get started without knowing who your target market is, who your persona is. You need to know their personality traits. We look at examples like John Mwangi. John Mwangi is a 45-year-old, small scale goat farmer from Mwanza, Tanzania, and he specializes in breeding, drought and disease-resistant Gala goats. As a practical and resilient individual, John is committed to improving his farm practices despite, past challenges. Look at John. John is a farmer, right? And this is how you need to work on your personas. You need to break it down and say, okay, this is one of the people that represents who my target customers are. So you get to know something about them. You get to know their skills, their personalities, their goals, how old they are, their needs, their frustrations, and their motivations, what motivates them. Imagine your customer like a baby. Those who have children may resonate with this. Those who have children know that, okay, my baby likes this and that. My baby prefers porridge to milk, or he or she doesn't drink his milk, from a baby bottle or water from a cup. When you study your baby, you know how to respond with the right approach. And same goes to your target audience. When you know what they want, you can serve them better. And in exchange, they can give back, And those who have cars can also understand that you cannot pour engine oil in a radiator or coolant in the engine. What will then happen? It will break down. It won't take you far and go far, and that same applies to your business. Knowing your customer to the very dot, or sometimes doesn't even have to be to the very dot, but at least having an insight, it will help you, help your business keep on going, keep on running. So it's very crucial to know who your customers are, and that goes by breaking down into personas. And if you ignore this, it's just a matter of time before your business breaks down. There's also another example of Amina Juma. Amina is, a 34-year-old nutritionist and health coach based in Dar es Salaam. Tanzania, is dedicated to enhancing wellness, through natural solutions. Now, these are all totally different people. Amina and John, they are totally different people. Now, you can't be targeting everyone saying, okay, I want to just, put my message out there and hoping Amina will have the same interests as John. It can't work out like that. So you need to know who your specific audience is. And that goes by, by defining their persona. So Amina here, she balances, her professional commitment to promoting, health, with her family responsibilities. She's passionate about sustainable living and seeks out high quality plant-based products to recommend to her clients. Her expertise and curiosity drive her, to continuously explore new health solutions and support her community with reliable, natural products. Active on social media. And John is not active on social media anywhere. So you might be putting in a lot of money in digital marketing, and you are targeting the wrong person and the wrong people. And you are going to be very frustrated because you're going to put in a lot of money and you're not going to have any results. Do I have anyone? Everyone is with me up to this point? Is everyone with me?
Yes, please.
Awesome. So this is another example of, Amina's, this is another example of a persona. This is how you need to, to break down who your customers are, who your prospects are. You need to know their goals, needs, frustrations, and all that. Yeah. And so then we move on to what we call your VPS, your value proposition statement. In a nutshell, it is a statement, a description of your business, that clearly communicates how you target, how your target audience can achieve a desired outcome or benefit through your services, products, or unique, approach, And last time, those who are with me, we went through some examples And someone might ask you, so hey, what do you do? And someone can be like, no, we are the greatest, mobile store in Kampala or in Tanzania or in Kenya. But that really doesn't make it, Instead, you'd rather say we help customers in Kampala stay connected and up to date by offering the latest mobile phones and accessories paired with expert advice and reliable service. You notice the difference between these two? We are the greatest and just this. So this has a formula to it. And if every one of you can write this, we help X do Y by doing Z. We help X do Y by doing Z. And so when you look at this, it answers it. The X, so the customers in Kampala, that's the target audience, right? Stay connected and up to date. That is the desired outcome, or benefits someone would want, the latest mobile phones and accessories paired with expert advice and reliable service. And so this is your service. This is your product. This is your unique approach, and you need to ensure that you have this right. Another example is we have the best flour in the city. You'd rather say we empower households and businesses to create delicious baked goods, by delivering high quality flour made through a meticulous milling process. Here you have mentioned, the target audience, households and businesses. This is your target audience. What is the desired outcome, that they would want? They want, you've mentioned that. So when you say you create delicious baked goods, this is a desired outcome. I may come to you and I want delicious baked goods. And by the mere fact of you introducing yourself to me like this, it helps me know that, okay, so you don't have to explain further, but this helps breaks it down. High quality, flour made through a meticulous milling process. This is your service. This is your product. This is your unique approach. So this is how you need to approach whatever business it is that you're in, whatever service organization, that whatever it is that you are doing, you need to approach it in this way, because you're going to network, you're going to meet people, and this is the best way you can always introduce yourselves. Instead of saying we sell clothes and bags for ladies and so on, this is very vague. But if you say we empower women, to enhance their style, with a curated, collection of elegant clothing and handbags designed for both comfort and confidence. Here you're mentioning the target audience is women. There's no men, there's no, this one, it's vague. But with this, you have broken it down, to women, and their desired outcome. Someone may want to just enhance their style. And by the mere fact of mentioning it, it helps them know that you're the right person they would like to, associate with or support in this regard. A curated collection of elegant, clothing and handbags. This is your service, your product and your unique approach. And so we're going to take a few minutes. It's going to be about 3 minutes. Just write down whatever it is that you do, but use that formula of I help X do Y by doing Z. And I'll just have about 3 people just say it out loud here, and then we can proceed. I hope that's fine.
Yeah, it's very fine. Thanks so much, Herbert. So
Awesome.
far, so good, and I'm really enjoying this kind of presentation. I'm learning a lot from you. Members, let's take a few minutes, as Herbert has requested us, just to do this simple exercise. It's helping us to find the best way of marketing our own kind of products or initiatives.
Yeah.
Thanks so much once again
Oh.
for the presentation.
So we have a timer. We have 3 minutes, and we'll proceed.
Yep, it's okay, no problem.
Members, I hope we are winding up in the next, let's use just 1 or 2 minutes left so that we wind up with that exercise.
Okay, I think our minutes are done. Do we have some of us who have done the exercise already? Anyone else?
Members,
Yes?
is there someone who has tried to take up this challenge to try it out for us?
Hello.
One video. What do you?
Sorry, Sifid, were you trying to talk? John, were you trying to say something?
Yes, please.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, I
Okay.
needed to submit the exercise. Yes, yes. Hope I'm audible enough.
Yes, you are.
Yes, you are.
Yes. Yes, please. My name is John Mwanda from CFYDDI, and I happen to help a group that I work with. I will focus so much with the hospital section of the CFYDDI. It's one of the sections we have under the CFYDDI organization located in Gayaza and Azabazade. So we do focusing more at the hospital point. I do tell my team, my marketing team, to place the ambulance in the... Sorry? Hello?
Yes, we can.
Can I proceed?
Yes, proceed.
Okay, please. I normally tell my team at the hospital to place the ambulance when it's not on duty in the key areas, like in marketplaces, junctions, points, routes that take more traffic of people. In so doing, when they place this ambulance in those places, I look at creating awareness to the community, surrounding community, and the far communities that use those routes. And in so creating of the awareness that we have a hospital in a certain area with our services already indicated on the ambulance. In return, we get clients that call in seeking services from the hospital, and they get the medication or they get the hospital services. So that's how I try to do the marketing and raise the customer numbers in the hospital. Thank you.
Well, thank you. But you see, you need to make sure it's precise. so that it's a VPS. It's your value proposition statement, and you don't have a lot of time. You need to make it short, and it
Yes.
has to include your target audience. Who exactly are you targeting with the ambulance? What is their desired outcome by having your ambulance around there? And what is the key service that you are providing with having the ambulance there? Your service could be like, okay, we get you to a hospital, promptly, very desired outcome, can be for them. So you need to look at a way to make it short, brief, and nice. But you don't have to explain yourself a lot. Yeah.
That's true.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Awesome. I think I believe each and every one of us is doing that somewhere at least, or if you have not yet done it, you can just write, I help X do Y by doing Z. X stands for your target audience. Y stands for the desired outcome or benefit of your customers or of your prospects. And then Z or Z is, the key service or product that you are providing. And so we'll just move on to the next, to our next slide, which is, your business digital voice. I think just like every person has a unique way of, speaking, expressing themselves and connecting with others, your business has to have its own voice, right? It has to be consistent. It has to have a style, a messaging style that is attached to it, that people get used to. But also you need to know where to use it. You understand? So when you wake up one day and hear someone speak in a totally different voice, you'll be shocked and you'll ask, maybe something went wrong. But now you see, love at first engagement. For your prospects, it's the same. When they first engage with your brand, whether through your website, social media, or ads, they are drawn in by a certain tone or message that resonates with them, right? That is love at first engagement. They come in and they want to know more about it. But if they get to know you and all of a sudden your messaging changes, it brings what we call the breakup, because they have reached out and they found out that your real interaction or service sounds entirely different from the first time that, they interacted with you. And they'll feel disconnected and may even pull away. And so that is lost business right there. And so with your voice, you really have to be consistent with it. Consistency, your digital voice will help build trust. It's very crucial for creating lasting relationships, with your audience. Changing it suddenly, or letting emotions, cloud the way you message, the way you talk to your prospects will affect you big time. And this is very good if you get it right from the very start. So that even when you onboard people, you tell them, okay, this is the voice we use. This is how we communicate. You can have about 2-3 voices. You use this voice at this stage. When a customer is at this stage, this is the kind of voice you can use. And when they cross over, this is the kind of voice you can use, so that it's very consistent. And you need to keep your digital voice aligned with your values and true, to who you are. And it will help turn, prospects to loyal customers. So the goal here is to find your voice and be consistent with it. We are going to look at a few, types of voices. There's the professional tone, and I believe most of us have engaged with very many organizations, and there's a certain tone, they use. It is intentional, it is reason that's why, you see them year in, year out, the same tone, and you feel affiliated to it. You feel connected to that brand organization. So we have the professional, the professional voice. We have the friendly voice, hey there, we are here to help you find exactly what you need, whenever you need it. That is friendly, and inspiring or motivational. Believe in yourself, with the right mindset, anything is possible. So all those are totally different voices or tones that you get to use. There are some organizations that are just decided to be fun, and they decide to do that depending on the target audience that they are targeting. So there are those who are expert and authoritative, with over 20 years of experience in the field. We offer proven solutions that deliver results. There are those. And for instance, and let's say the voice number 5 is trying to target, Gen Zs, or, voice number one, professional voices trying to, reach out to Gen Zs. They are not going to be able to get them because they're being too, professional, and Gen Zs is the way, they react to these things. But if you make it, fun, if you make it easygoing for them, chances you're able to get them. There are those who decide to be casual. So you need to define what your digital voice is, what your digital tone is. There's being confident, your tone, whatever it is, but you just ensure that there's confidence embedded in it. There's supportive, empathetic, we're here to support you every step of the way. Let us help you make things easier. So that's a totally different thing. So this will help you a lot even when you're creating content. When you know what your digital voice is, it even helps things organize, like it helps organize things for you. You won't find it very hard because you will try and fit everything in the theme, that you have. And, these are some of the rules to consider. Consistency is key, when it comes to your digital voice. Consistency helps you build the trust and recognition. If your voice changes too drastically, it can confuse your audience. So be like, yesterday, last week, this is how they were. This week, this is how they are. Next week, how will they be? So, your prospects, your customers, they start asking questions. And it's funny, there are very many people out there who want to support your business, who want to buy a product from you, but they're taking their time and you can't force them. They're taking their time. They're learning about you. So when you are consistent, they feel more confident to come in, and support you, or, buy into whatever service that you are selling, So another thing, another rule, you need to adapt, according, to context. Different platforms and situations may require different tones. For example, your website might have a professional tone, but your social media, could be more casual and fun. You can decide to say, okay, I have 3 tones and this is what I'm going to go with. You need to know your audience. Different audiences resonate with different tones. We mentioned earlier on, with the Gen Zs. You might have a professional voice for business clients and a friendly voice, a friendly one for everyday customers. So you need to be able to define what it is from the very start, or from the very word go. You need to be authentic. You need to maintain a balance, but you also don't have to overdo it. Trying to use too many different voices can dilute your brand. So you need to stick to a few complementary tones that can work for you. And so here we're just going to see how can you get started, with digital marketing. One is you need to create your business email. It's very crucial to create your business email. It's very crucial for communications. Earlier on we mentioned, email marketing. This is very, very important. Activate an authenticator. In the world that we live in today, there are very many hackers, I must say, and you can always get authenticators. Nowadays, companies that build such platforms like this, they ensure that they build authenticators. Like, for instance, I know very many of you have Gmail accounts, but you do not have the Gmail authenticator. And it is very crucial to have an authenticator. In any case that someone comes and tries taking, your digital asset from you, you have an authenticator, which is more of like, it will protect, your digital asset from being taken away from you. Creating a fallback email. In case everything goes bad, you need to have a fallback email, you need to buy a domain.
The camera is nice.
Okay. Now you need to have your domain. Most times, what I advise people, especially those who are starting out,
I want to get a video.
immediately you start out, the first thing you need to do is you need to get your domain, and that comes after you've registered your name. Once you are confident that, okay, this is the name I'm going with, the name is available, I've gotten the name, you need to go and get the domain, because if you do not, someone else is going to buy it, because they are going to see activity happening. And they say, okay, the next step so and so is about to take is they are going to want to buy a domain. So what they do, they're in the business of buying domains so that they can charge you highly for it. And so you can get to spend more. Most times, ensure that you fail at buying your domain. It's very crucial to make sure that you buy your domain.
From you?
Pardon?
Right?
Do I have feedback on my end?
Yeah, you have feedback in the background.
Sure.
No, it's Ongom who is mute. It's Ongom.
I think it's someone else, not me.
Because I don't
Yeah.
have in the room.
Okay. So another thing you need to do is you need to organize your online storage, where you keep your documents, where you keep your items and everything. And let's say, for instance, if you decide to go with a Gmail account, you can use the Google Drive, to ensure that, it's organized and everything that you do, you put in your passwords, because as soon as you decide to go digital, or as soon as you decide to create all these platforms, you're going to use very many passwords. And sometimes you'd have to keep them safe in one place. And this comes to play. You can create your invisible sheet. So creating an invisible sheet is very easy. You create an Excel sheet, you put in everything, your passwords, everything, you hide it. You can just turn everything you make it invisible so that no one can be able to access it. Only you know how to access it. So it's very crucial, when you are getting started. And these are the small nitty-gritty things that many people ignore, when starting out, and they get affected, in the long run. You need to create your link tree, because when you are creating all these different platforms, you need a gathering place that just like this tree looks like. It gathers everything. It's one link, but it has all these other things, so that it's easy for your prospects, it's easy for your customer to get what they need, or to connect with you, at a goal. So it's easy for them. So a link tree is you being able to gather every platform you have into one place. Things like this, it might be new to you. Some of it might not be new, but in case it's new to you, you can always reach out to me. I can be able to guide and help you in creating these digital, assets for you, and so that you can be, able to move forward in the digital, in your digital journey. You need to create your GMB. The GMB is Google My Business. Very many people, they do not know that this exists. And this is a very good thing to have, but also a very bad thing if you do not have it, especially in today's digital world. Before someone purchases, especially if you are online, before someone purchases from you, chances are high, 95% of people will go and find out about your business on Google. They will type in, hearing and hard, and they want to know what's going on. And if you are not there, it's hard. If you're selling something, you're selling bedsheets, you are selling this, you're selling a service, you are selling, you are a cleaning business, they want to find out, are these people legit? You understand? So creating a GMB, it's very easy. And if you do not have it, you need to take it serious and have it. So a GMB, it's a free tool that allows you to create and manage your online presence across Google, including Google Search and Google Maps. When someone searches on Google, they can be able to find out where you're located. They can be able to track on a map and just reach out to you. So for entrepreneurs, especially those, running local and local or service-based businesses, GMB is very crucial because it helps potential customers easily find you, learn about your offerings, and connect with your business. But it doesn't stop there. You have to monitor it, encourage your customers to give reviews. So that they are honest and resolve, so that they are honest. No, you also have to be honest, and you have to be in position to solve, bad comments, because when a customer is not happy with you, they are going to put it there. Or if they do not put it there, they are going to tell 27 more people. But if they are happy, they are going to tell 3 more people, which is very dangerous. And this is very crucial. And so GMB can either help you gain loyal customers or create unknown, detractors. When people hear about, a business for the first time, I mentioned earlier on, their first instinct is to often search it online, and studies shows that as well. So it's a very important tool, but does it really, really, really matter? Does it really, really matter? Yes, it does. And it improves, your local search visibility. When someone searches for the service near them, Google can prioritize, businesses with well-optimized GMB profiles. Now, that's the thing. When someone comes to, let's say, in your area, and they're looking for a service, and if your service is online, it's on GMB, Google is going to prioritize you. It's going to bring you fast. And people do not have that time. Like, they will just look at the first, option they have brought them, and that is the person they are going to go with. So if you do not have this, chances are you are missing out on business and on customers. So you need to do that. And it also provides key information like your opening time. Right now, I think all banks and most businesses, most established businesses, they are online. When you search for, let's say, Equity, Equity Bank, or let's say Absa Bank, Acacia Mall, in case you want to travel, you want to go to Acacia branch, it's going to tell you it is open or it is closed. You understand? And this, anyone can do this. It is a free tool that you need to take very good advantage of. And so you're able to ensure that at least you are there. You might not be anywhere else, but at least you're there, right? So with GMB, potential customers can quickly see your business hours, contact information, website, and even reviews, all in one spot. Keeping this information updated will ensure that people know how to reach you and when you are available. It will help boost customer trust with reviews. Reviews play a very, very huge role. Someone mentioned they have testimonials. They play a very big role in decision making. A GNB listing can allows customers to leave reviews and you can respond to them. Positive reviews boost credibility, and while responding to negative reviews shows that you are committed, to resolving these, issues. This is an example of a time that I wanted to repair my phone. And, I searched, phone repairs in Kampala, and these guys, they brought them fast, and, and so everything looked good, great work, excellent quick service, thank you, my S9 got fixed. You have unlocked my phone. Thanks be to God. This was going on well, but now this is almost what every customer will do before they buy something from you, or before even they give you a call that, hey, I have this thing and I would like, your service or your product. They would look through your GMB and they'll keep on going. Now, for instance, I kept on going, only to realize later on, all these are reviews, only to realize later on, this one comment. And it said, this shop stole my password when fixing my phone and put himself a fake review. Now, this threats every single review that you've read before. And it is going to be very hard for a customer to reach out, knowing that, okay, I want to give out my phone to be repaired, but these guys, it means they have access. So how is it, how is the confidentiality in this? You understand? So it's going to be very, 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 and for these guys, I can't mention their names, but they never responded to any of this. So they created it, someone helped them create it, but they never monitor it. And so they are losing business. Another example is the time I wanted to, to buy, an Apple product, and someone, told me you should try out these guys. The first thing I had to do is check them online, and this is what happened. All these are bad comments. Only if I could leave no star, right from rude and not valuing time. They handed my iPad back in a worse state than what was given to be fixed. The second comment, Apple shops, these guys are scammers with fake products. I just bought an iPhone from them. Just within 2 weeks, the iPhone battery dropped. And when I took it back to them, they refused to change the phone. These are very, 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 very sensitive situations here. And I believe they are running their business. They are not aware that only these 3 comments, it's stopping them from getting business. I bought my iPhone from you in 2021. Imagine, it is like someone commented this a few months ago, but they remember, I bought this from you. They had to remember and have the time to just look for you and put something there. And this can be very discouraging. It's going to be very hard unless you really, really have a strong heart, or say, okay, I really want to just, I want to support these guys. It's going to be very hard for them to give you business. It's going to be very hard for someone to trust you with their money, knowing that this is the kind of results you give to, your customers. So moving forward, it helps people find you on maps. When you search for, let's say, Uganda Cares, it's going to put you on map. It's going to help you if you're driving. It's going to help you navigate. So you won't have to waste your airtime and all that stuff. And that's helps with your business as well. When you have this setup, it helps customers find you easily, and customers will be flowing in consistently. It offers insights. GMB will provide an analytic view on how people are finding your business, what they are clicking on, and how they interact with your listing. This data will help you understand your audience better and optimize your profile for maximum impact. We mentioned earlier on, in personas, you need to know who your customers are, and this can also help you know who your customers are. You need to move on forward after the GMB. There's what we call creating a CRM form. Most times we interact with customers, but we do not care enough to keep their data. There's a reason as to why many businesses online, you go to their website and the first thing they're asking for from you is your email or your phone number. And because you are really interested in their website or in their service, or maybe probably you had it from somewhere, you're going to leave them with your contact. And these guys, they can use this information to reach out to you later on. When you have your customers' numbers or email addresses, you can be able to communicate to them. You can be able to share updates with them. You can be able to check in on them. You understand? So it really helps with creating a CRM form. It's a customer relationships management form, a system that allows businesses to manage interactions with current and potential customers. And so okay. Before am I with everyone? Is everyone okay? Is everyone okay?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes, Herbert, we are very okay. We are very okay. Thank you.
Peter. And so a CRM, it's crucial in digital marketing for several reasons. It helps target customers. It target customers with personalized messages. For instance, if you are sending out SMS, a lot of people nowadays, they feel like SMS no longer work, but SMS is one of the things that are very crucial in today's world. If you send an SMS to someone, let's say someone came through your door and you got to know their name. Let's say her name is Flora Modest. This is her number, or this is Steven. This is his number. When you send out a communication and you're addressing them directly, it's personalized. They'll feel, attached. They'll feel like, these guys actually know me. And if you're selling a service or you're checking in on them, they are going to feel more compelled to come back to you, or come back to your service, or use your services even more. Another thing, a CRM, it will help you consolidate interactions across different platforms, ensuring that you have consistent, messaging. They also help you offer insights into customer behavior, helping, you optimize your marketing strategies. If you have a CRM, you will be able to tell that, okay, in the month of February, people didn't buy from me a lot, and this is what was happening. So you can be able to tell, with these CRM systems, and there are CRM systems right now that are very powerful, that can be able to give you very, very great insights immediately at just one look. It also helps you track where your leads are in the customer journey, enabling, tailored outreach, to convert them. And so there's a lot. It helps with efficiency. It helps you track marketing campaigns, helping you measure their effectiveness and your return on investment. And so, details of a CRM, you might be wondering, okay, how can I create a CRM? You can start simple. Of course, there are free versions and also there are paid for versions. But the simple details that you can have in them is customer information, their names, phone, email, their company info, their interaction history, communication logs, calls, emails, meetings. When was the last time you had a meeting? So that even when you get someone new into the business or into your company, they know that, so-and-so was last reached out to 2 months ago. You understand? So a CRM will help you put everything in place so that someone new doesn't come and say, hey, my name is this and this, and selling a service, yet a service had already been sold to someone before. So a CRM will help you gather all that information, and all this is still digital marketing. It will help with campaign interactions, engagement metrics, clicks, open rates, lead scoring. It will help you with product and service interests, preferred communication times and channels. And so we can look at, we have moved on from the CRM. There's a lot to it, but because we don't have a lot of time, I want to ensure that at least we cover a lot of this information. So another thing, the things that you need to create your communication platforms. We are still in the steps. And where do your customers spend most of their time? You need to know, is it Facebook? Because Facebook has over 3 billion users. It reaches a wider space. It offers various tools, like groups, events, marketplace, Meta, and more. There is YouTube. There is Instagram. There is TikTok. Many of you are on TikTok nowadays. There is LinkedIn. Depends on who you are trying to target, and knowing who your customer is here is very crucial, so that you can put in more effort into the right platform. And so all these platforms, they are different platforms, but all of them, they have three accounts. And so when you are creating them, there's what we call the personal account. Personal account is the ones that we all know. When you go to Facebook, all of us have, the personal account. You understand? And that's what most of the people know. And if unless you have interacted with, unless you have done business with them before, but if you have not yet, you have a personal account. Then we have a business account. We have creator account. These are for the creatives who just want to put their work out there. But if you're a business, if you are an organization, this is the account that you would need, because it's designed for businesses, brands, and organizations to promote their products, services, and brand identity. And with this, you're able to access a lot of features, unlike with all these other ones. Because with the business account, you are able to have analytics, you're able to have insights on who is interacting with your product or service or everything, or your posts. But also the downside of this is that they will limit you, because by the time you say, okay, by the time you create a business account, they expect that, okay, you are ready to do business. And so they are going to limit your reach, because they want you to pay money at some point, because it's monetized, right? And so very many people have social media accounts, but they wonder why they make posts and a few people see them. But it's simply because all these platforms have been monetized. They have been monetized in that you have to pay something, for you to be able to get the results, that you need. For instance, if you are selling, let's say, if you are selling houses, right? Okay, if you're selling houses, you are saying, okay, I'm selling this house at 500 million, right? And you want to be able to reach out to people. So Facebook comes in and says, okay, you're selling this, but for us to give you the kind of people who are most likely to pay you 500 million, who are most likely to pay 20 million, 10 million, 5 million, 300,000, whatever amount it is. This is how much we want. And it might be a very tiny portion, you understand, that you pay, and you are able to get people like that. So for them, they're in the business of gathering data. Now, what they do with that data, everyone, as long as you have an account, they have your data. And if you are on these platforms, there are times that you're scrolling through in your news feed and you see sponsored. All these, they are targeting you specifically. So you need to have a business account, not these other accounts, right? We move forward. You need to create content. The world says, content is king, but I know, of course, Jesus is king, yeah? But content, however, is key, yeah? Without it, only a handful of people, will know how valuable you and your product or service are. In other words, you won't witness your business's full potential. And content is the bridge that connects you with your current customers, future prospects, and their investment, which can be yours if you dare to share the value. And you can share the value by sharing content. And we are going to explore a few tools that you can use, to create the content, to put it out there. There are many tools available to boost your digital marketing efforts, but, let's just explore a few. Your camera, for instance, very many people have phones, but they do not know that they could actually use what they have where they are to do something with it. Your camera is very crucial. You can use your camera. You don't have to say, okay, I don't have money, to call in a camera guy. Use what you have with what, where you are, and start from there. You will build from that point onwards. You can use Canva, Canva for designs. Now, Canva is very crucial. It helps, creating infographics. For those who know what Canva is, it helps with AI tools. You can use it to customize your content. So training in Canva, we also do trainings in things like this, team trainings in Canva. You can use CapCut as well. These are very simplified tools. Earlier on, they were, even right now, we have what we call Adobe Suite, but it takes you time for you to master Adobe Suite. It's frustrating, especially if you are just getting started. But with Canva, you already have templates that you can use. It will literally take you 5 minutes, even if you're just there for the very first time. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and you are good to go. You're able to create something and put it out there. You understand? So we do training in this as well. In case you need that training, you can always reach out to me. You can use CapCut. You can use AI tools. Nowadays, the business world is very competitive. And AI tools, people are using really AI tools that are very serious for their business. You know, you can use tools like ChatGPT, Gemini. You know, Google has its own AI. You understand? It's called Gemini. For those of you who do not know of it, it's very good. And there is another one called You understand? There is another one called DeepSeek. You know, all these you can use them you can use them to be able to amplify whatever it is that you're doing with your business. It helps you create content for you. It helps you, it gives you ideas. It helps you do a lot. You understand? So when you're getting started with digital marketing, these are the things that you need to put into consideration. Things like background removers. You need to use this because when you are creating content in let's say Canva, CapCut and all that stuff, these are things you need to really get your hands on. Form creation tools, in case you want to get feedback from a purchase or everything, you need to learn how to make digital forms. Google has, I think, the simplest. It's Google Forms. It's very simple to navigate. You need that. You need to have scheduling tools. In a world where there is a lot that is happening, you need scheduling tools in that so that you can focus your energy elsewhere. You understand? You can create content, but you'd have to schedule it, knowing that, okay, this entire month content that is going out is already scheduled. That will really help you out. And again, in case you need training in this, you can reach out to either Lydia, and she'll give you my contact, and so that I can be able to train you or your team. We can be able to take you through these scheduling tools. There are very many. There is Meta. There are very many. There are very many. There is Planable. The HotSuite. There are free platforms, and also there are paid for platforms, depending on what you really want. And then there's also Google Analytics. Most of us have Google accounts, but we have never ever actually. Google has it that only 50% of people who have Gmail accounts, know how to use their Google Analytics. And so it's really crucial for you to learn how to use, Google Analytics to track your website traffic, to understand your audience, and see what content is performing really well. Earlier on, we mentioned what we call email marketing. We have things we call like MailChimp, Sendinblue. All these are platforms to help you amplify your voice, to help you reach out. You understand? So you need to learn how to use this. Again, we do all these kinds of training. So in case you need these trainings, you can always let us know. We can take your team through it, your company, your business through it. We have team tools, Trello, Asana. Most people use WhatsApp, but WhatsApp is less efficient compared to these powerful tools. And so these are right out there, and you can use them. You can take good advantage of them. We have what we call Answer the Republic. Here you discover what people are searching for. Create content that answers popular questions. One of the very fun and helpful feature in TikTok. When you're creating, for instance, when you're creating content on TikTok, you need to know what are people searching for, what are people loving. You understand? So you just customize it and say, okay, this is my product. I'm going to merge it to this, and you're going to be able to get results. You understand? And so there's what we call later. You can plan your Instagram content visually and schedule posts and manage your social media on the go, right? Now we are going to move on to engagement. How do you engage each one differently? But before I start this, in case anyone has any questions, please shoot for like the next 1 minute.
Yes, friends. So first of all, Herbert, and thanks so much. Friends, let's use this 1 minute. Is there someone with a question on the number of things that Herbert has been saying?
Or should we keep the Q&A for after we go through this? Yeah.
Yeah, I think that would be good, Herbert. Let's push. Yeah, let's push towards the end, and we shall have a question and answer. Thank you.
Awesome. All right. So we move on to our next slide, which is engagement. How do you engage each and everyone differently? Because you understand, online has a lot of people, right? But everyone is in their own categories, and we are going to try. We're going to look at different frameworks that can, that you can use to know where your customer is, where your prospect is, so that you are able to address them in an efficient way that they can be able to give replies and responses that can help your business grow. So engage. The wrong message, to the wrong person at the wrong time and wrong place equals to wrong results. But if the right message to the right person at the right time and right place, you get the right results and you will be excited and happy, right? But how can you reach the right audience at the right time with the right message? That is a very, very interesting question. And there's something we are going to look at. We call it the ROI method. Many of us know the ROI as return on investment, but this framework is called the relevancy, omnipresence, and intimacy. It's a method that can help you engage with your audience, right? So when you look at relevance, so relevancy is your marketing message. It's your marketing message and your funnel. If the key to making a sale is having the right message to the right person at the right time and place, relevancy helps you ensure that you have the right message to the right person. And we can break this down into three main components. We have what we call the offer that you're offering, the positioning, and the messaging. Yeah. And so in summary, when these three things are not locked in, you will always struggle to generate leads. You will always struggle to make sales. You will always struggle to grow your business. And your offer is what you sell. And to try to craft a compelling offer that your lead wants, you need to answer this question: what is the biggest, most impactful transformation I can provide for someone, through my service or through the product I'm offering? Then you ask yourself how you can deliver that information, that transformation. And then positioning, this is how you differentiate yourself from the competition, because in today's digital world, business world, competition is high, but it's also good. Competition is good. And essentially, it's showing your unfair advantage and proven process you use to get your clients results. Right? Your messaging, this is how you communicate your offer to your audience. It's the journey you take your prospects on to show them that what you offer, what it does for them, whatever it is that you're offering, and how they will benefit if they take you up for it. And they understand. So you align your messaging with your lead's mindset. And we are going to cover that in a few minutes, whether they are in discovery mode or looking to buy, right? So that is relevancy. Omnipresence. So omnipresence it's the ability to make your audience feel like they are always seeing your content, whenever they go. It does not mean that being everywhere to everyone in the world, but only to those who are the ideal fit for what you do. That could be a small audience of 2,000 people, or a larger niche, of about 20,000 people. Omnipresence is the key to dominating the news feed, and screen of your audience, and making your prospects feel like you're everywhere. So there are three. This has about three components. There's timing, frequency, and platform. And so when you look at timing in omnipresence is about showing up at the right time. When someone needs your solution, there you are. You can accomplish this by being very consistent, which is why the second component of omnipresence is frequency. We don't try and show up magically, when they are ready or when our prospects are ready to make a decision. We show up consistently in a way that offers value and builds relationships, right? And then you look at the other factor is the other component is the platform. You need to know that, okay, simply because you're the one who always shows up for them, on the right platform. For many people, omnipresence starts with like targeting, retargeting, and advertising on Facebook. So you finally become omnipresent with simply having the right timing, having the right frequency, and using the right platform, right? When you look at intimacy, it's all about creating real relationships. This is crucial when you are selling anything, your service or whatever it is that your program is, or whatever it is that your business sells. If you're committed to serving, and providing transformation, you need a high level of intimacy to be able to support your clients properly. You need to be on the lookout. What are people saying about my product? The few people that have bought from me, what are they saying? What are their thoughts? You understand? And when we think about intimacy, we are talking about three things: connection, conversations, and community. And this means that you're being honest with connection. It means you're being honest with your audience about what's really going on in your life and business. You're real. You open up about things. You get vulnerable. Many things this is one of the things that is hard for very many businesses. They don't want to be vulnerable. Yet the customer wants to know. Understand? You allow people to see that you are human. You understand? Conversations, when you create conversations, it means you actually make an effort to talk to members of your audience. You respond to their emails, you reply to their comments, however bad it is. Earlier on we covered in the GMB, when someone shares a very bad comment, instead of deleting it, try and resolve it. Have a conversation with them. And that conversation, someone new is going to come and say, oh, in case even things go bad, these guys are really legitimate, they are really legit, that they will be able to resolve. And so that is, a bar high for you, that you'll be able to, get in more people coming. You understand? In other scenarios, many people just delete the bad comment and move on, which is really not good practice. Yeah, you curate with conversations. You can also respond to their emails, reply to comments, curate discussion in your groups, WhatsApp groups, whatever it is, or in Facebook groups, or whatever it is. You care about your people enough to have deep conversations with them. And when it comes to community, when you create community, you build a safe space. Whoever buys from you, you can decide to put them in a community. You understand? It builds a safe place, a safe space, for your audience to network, support each other, and interact with you on your content. Humans have always needed community. That was then, it is still now as well. And so you need to build a tribe that you support and who supports you in return. You understand? And so the thing is, when you start using the ROI method, you start attracting the right people who happily pay what you're worth and who are solidly connected to you and your mission. We call this charging the right price, working with the perfect client, and forging the perfect connection. For every kind of sale, this is very crucial. This is the key to becoming and staying profitable, in whatever that you're doing. By charging, let's say, for instance, offering high ticket offerings, that are focused on only the people who can get massive results. When you start this process and go deeper with the ROI, something happens. The combined power of these three elements, it helps. It is overwhelming. The results you get with this, something happens and you'll be overwhelmed, by what you will get, the results you'll get. But after, in a crucial way, carefully going through these three elements. So your marketing strategy, your messaging strategy, you start, attracting a good number of people, to your business, and you think, okay, you're doing a great job, marketing your business. Then you find out that, most of your leads are the wrong people. And this happens a lot. There is a platform on Facebook for those who have Facebook business. When you go to leave alone www.facebook.com, those who are doing business, they access the Facebook from the back end, which is a business.facebook.com. So that if you're in business, that is how I really expect you to be accessing your Facebook. Well, you can access the feed and everything, but you need to access it from the other end. There is when, I don't know if you've noticed, for those who have, made posts and you have a business account, when you make a post, before making a post, they ask you, would you like to boost this, post? Because they know you're a business. We mentioned it earlier on. They know you're a business, everything has been monetized, and they expect you to be willing, you understand? But then let's say you've said, okay, I want to boost this post. But then you get to realize that they are chopping money from you, but the people that are coming in, they're not serious people. You understand? And that happens a lot, especially if you just say, okay, boost. You understand? If you have sent out invites when you create a Facebook page, I see even nowadays they have changed it, they have made it a bit more complicated. But let's say if you've created a Facebook page, you send out invites to your friends and family members, and they like your page. Then you find out that most of your leads are wrong people, and you are not the perfect fit for your products or services. And so it can be really, really, really disheartening. Very many people complain that I share things on my status. I don't really get, good, a number of people, buying from me. Sometimes you think you're doing everything right, but you're doing things the wrong way. You understand? So on the other hand, your competitors seem to have a higher return on growth without needing any leads. The main reason you aren't getting your marketing message right, you don't know which content to post, when to post it, and to get the right person at the right time, at the right moment. So the thing is, the reason as to why some marketing, doesn't work, and some marketing it really doesn't depend on whether or not it allows a person to feel seen or heard in a way that they haven't felt seen and heard in a long time. And marketing messaging is all about finding someone best on the stage where they are at and presenting their problems and their pain and their vision and what they are going through back to them. So it's more of like finding everyone, based on the stage where they are and talking to them in that way so that they feel understood. You understand? So everyone in your audience doesn't have the same issue, and not everyone is at the same stage in their buying journey. You understand? In short, everyone has a different mindset, and your job is to share the right message with the right person at the right time. And so online, we have what we call the sidewalk, the people in the slow lane and the people in the fast lane. Sidewalk are people who are still in the phase of trying to understand their problem. They might feel some bit of pain, but they don't actually understand why they're experiencing that. You understand? So you have to introduce them to the pain they're experiencing so that it makes them feel like, someone is out there and they know what I'm going through. You understand? And then people in the slow lane, they have a pain or a problem, and they have accepted this fact. You understand? Now they are looking to change that. You understand? And business today, it's about solving problems. You understand? And the very, very crucial thing is every one of us in business, we are trying to solve a problem somewhere in a different niche. You understand? So with a person in a slow lane, you need to introduce them to your process or methodology. You help them see that there is a way out of their problem, and you guide them by showing your expertise. You understand? Now, people in the fast lane, they know the solution and believe in it enough, know that they are ready to dive in. This is where you focus on giving them the final push to commit. And at this stage, they trust your process, but you need to provide them with the last bit of confidence that your product or service is the right choice. So all these are different kinds of people, and online has everyone online falls in these three categories. And sometimes you make a post and no one is reaching out. Not that they're not interested. Some of them, they are seeing it, but just because they're not responding, it means they're in the sidewalk. It means they're in the slow lane. It means as long as they're in the fast lane, they are immediate. You understand? And online has only 3% of people who are going to buy from you immediately. And those are the people in the fast lane. 97% of these people are either in the sidewalk and slow lane. So whatever you are selling, whatever service that you are doing, whatever service that you are offering, you need to ensure that you have totally understood your prospects, all the people online. You are not trying to market to everyone. Well, a lot of people are online, but they're all in different lanes. So we are looking at examples. Let's say, for instance, John is a small farmer who keeps goats, but is constantly, struggling. He's losing his herd to diseases during drought seasons. He feels frustrated, but doesn't know why his goats keep dying. He isn't even aware that the breed of the goats might be the problem. You understand? And there are very many people like this. A person like John is in the sidewalk. A person like John is not in the fast lane. So we make a very huge mistake trying to communicate to a lot of people, but they're in different lanes. A person like John, if they see your message, it is crafted for a fast laner. You understand? They are not going to respond because they don't understand what you're talking about. Either they're going to think you have just come to steal their money, or you're just part of those noisemakers online. You understand? So the kind of messaging that you would give John in the sidewalk is like, hey, ever wonder why your goats don't survive the drought? You might be overlooking an important factor, the breed. Learn more about breeds that are naturally drought and disease resistant. Many of us at this stage, we want to sell. You understand? Let's say, for instance, you are selling, a breed that is, a drought resistant. At this stage, you want John to buy immediately. You want buy now. And John is not yet ready. You understand? John is not going to buy from you. I understand. Let's say you've taken John from that stage, from the sidewalk. John is now in the slow lane. You understand? Now John has realized that his goat's breed, may be causing his problem. Right now, he's very aware that, hey, okay, now it's my goats, that have a problem, and he's searching for a better solution now. He feels like, yes, I've found a solution, and I'm now looking for a solution. So he's looking for goats that can thrive in this environment, but doesn't know which breed is the best. At this stage, he's in the slow lane. He's in the slow lane. You understand? It is not the point where you're going to tell John, you buy these goats now. John is not going to buy from you. And most times we overlook that. So the kind of message that you send to John at that stage is discover how you're breeding drought and resistant, how you're breeding drought and resistant. Like the Gala breed. You understand? Now, right now, you've introduced the breed. The Gala breed, can help you grow a healthy herd. With our farms, we offer a solution that's perfect for small farmers in tough climates. If you notice something, we have not said, buy our Gala breed right now. No, and that is the mistake we all make with engagements online, with, making purchases online, with making sales online. Things can never work out. So at this stage, John wants to learn more. You understand? So you provide information. So once John has done his research, he understands the benefits of the Gala breed and is now ready to invest. And just because he has worked with you all through this journey, right now, John is in the fast lane and John is ready to buy from you. You understand? So you will not have to put in a lot of effort, explain yourself, nothing. At this point, John is ready to, so the kind of message that you would want to send John is, are you ready to build a resilient herd? Chituvui, farms offers Gala goats that are bred to withstand drought and resist disease. Join hundreds of small farmers who have transformed their goat farming success. At this point, John, even if John has, a box somewhere, John is going to break the box and come to you and is going to give you the money. You understand? So these are totally different approach. These are totally different. These are all totally different kinds of approach that you need to have for whatever business that you're in. You need to know what kind of customers or prospects do I have? Are they in the slow lane? Are they in the sidewalk? Are they in the fast lane? For instance, Sarah is a young mother who feels pressure of providing for her family, but doesn't know how to start earning an income. She's not aware of how learning a skill like knitting or crochet could change her life. She's not aware, but she has this yearning. You understand? At this point, you're not going to tell Sarah, just join this program, and we shall teach you. You have to pay $500. There's no way Sarah is just going to ignore you. You understand? But you need to work on your messaging. For instance, at this point, you're going to be like struggling to find a way to earn while taking care of your family. You might have hidden talents. You understand? Discover how knitting and crochet can turn into a profitable skill. At this point, you have shown value. Sarah is going to leave everything they're doing and want to learn, discover how it can help her turn her life around. You understand? So let's say, for instance, Sarah goes through that, and now she understands that learning a skill can help her financially grow, and she's interested in finding a practical craft she can do from home. She's now considering crochet, but hasn't committed to it yet. At this point, you do not tell Sarah, join the program right now. Because right now she's in a different stage. You understand? These are all buyer journeys. You understand? She's in a slow lane. You understand? So here you take her from that point. With crochet, you can make beautiful items for home and earn an income. Livelihood of Africa offers a hands-on training for young mothers, helping you turn your creativity into cash. At this point, Sarah is going to be interested, but at that point, you do not tell Sarah to say, you join this program and this is how much you pay. And the thing is, what we do with most of our businesses and our services organizations, we want people to buy immediately, we want people to enroll immediately, but everyone is in their different journey. Sarah's now finally decided Sarah is going to be able to pay because she's aware that she's struggling to find a way to earn while taking care of her children or her family, and now she has talents, she's now ready to turn her passion into profit. At this point, she's ready to take the first step towards financial independence. And so these are all different examples. These are all different examples, but allow me to jump through them. But I hope you have gotten, the whole meaning of what I'm trying to, emphasize here about your customers being in different lanes and how you need to work on your messaging to effectively have engagement working for you. All right? Lydia, our time is fast spent. What do we do?
Are you almost done?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm almost done.
Okay. Yeah, we could. I don't know how much more you have to prepare, but we are opening up Q&A at 4:30, so you could be summarizing in 19 minutes.
Okay.
Let's hold on. We have hot things coming up.
Okay, so we've covered the sidewalk, the SSF method, but all of them fall under these. We want to get the mindset, pattern, and so although in your sidewalk, although the people in your sidewalk, whatever business you're doing, the people in the sidewalk show the symptoms of pain. They don't understand what the problem is. Yeah. So your job is to introduce them to their pain and problem and relate to them on their level, illuminate their pain and give them the opportunity to realize that their problem is this. And, until they do, you cannot help them. You understand? And neither can you force them to purchase from you because they're not yet ready. You need to know their pain, for example. You need to dig deep into the pain they're experiencing. You need to understand all the symptoms and describe their pain clearly. We covered that in the few examples we've covered earlier on, so that they know, understand them well. Another thing is their problem. This is what they actually, experience because of their pain. It's the underlying thing that causes the pain. You need to be clear on what they think is the problem and what is the actual underlying problem causing the pain. You need to know, you need to also communicate the consequences of them actually not dealing with. No, here you're just shedding light on what might be the worst case scenario that could happen and describing it clearly to them. So to put their points in perspective, if you were in a relationship coach, let's say, for example, working with couples, the pain might be the fact that your communications are not good. The problem is the fact that they are not able to have a deep relationship with a lot of intimacy. So the consequence of something like this is that if it keeps on going on, they might not end up being a couple anymore. Right? Of course, you need to go deep and illuminate the points above to describe them vividly to the person who is on the sidewalk. Right? Those in your slow lane, they understand they have a problem and they want to overcome their pain. But at this stage, they are unsure how and may not even know there's a solution out there. As I stated before, your job is to introduce them to, to your process so you can show them what life at the end of the tunnel looks like. You need to give them something to buy into and also give them a reason to buy into you as an authority figure or buy into your service or buy into your product. You understand? So here's how, what you should know here. The story, the story is your brand story. You understand? Your brand story. You need to show them that you are the one who had pain points and problems like them and show them how how you discovered the solution. Then the process. This is your specific methodology on being able to take that person from A to Z, from A to Z, fill the gap and bring that person to the point of being able to do what they really want in life. And in so you're able to help, you're able to help them, and in return you are able to keep your business moving. And you need proof. You need to show proof that you are the authority, whether it's your PR or testimonial, someone mentioned earlier on, or case studies. This is all about allowing someone to see you're the person that they need to be looking to and following when it comes to this kind of stuff like this. Understand? So having these 3 points will help you to move, someone from just knowing their pain and problem to knowing the process and to solve it and why you are the one to help. And so when you look at the fast lane mindset, finally, these are the kind of people who are ready to pull the trigger and overcome their problem. They understand it enough to take action and simply need convincing that, that the life they could want to have, is better, than the one that they currently have. You understand? Whatever it is that your service is, whatever it is that your product is, whatever is the end goal, you need to show them that currently they are missing out a lot. You understand? You show them the end picture. So your job is to show them that here's the solution that will transform, the reality and bring it, turn whatever it is into reality for you. And so here's how you position your marketing, message for people in the fast lane. So you need to look at the objections, the vision, and the action. You understand? What are the biggest fears, objections that your client has when investing in offers like yours? List those objections, and beneath each, objection, list, like, let's say, for instance, a counter, on why your product or service works, even if the most powerful way is, let's say, make something objection proof, is to handle it before the other person actually brings it up. We've talked about, competition. Then another thing is like the vision. Vision is like getting the person to see what life is going to be like, if they actually have the solution that they're looking for, whatever it is that you're selling, if it is the solution to the problem that you're trying to solve as a business or as an organization, what life is going to be like if they take they take the pain and the problem out of the equation, and they no longer have, to deal with the consequence after going through your program, or after buying your product, or after going through your service. You understand? And action, what is the action they need to take to move forward and start working with you? So it depends on what stage of the funnel your client is, what the stage your prospect is in. You need them to say, yes, you know what? I commit to doing this. I'm going to spend my time, my energy, and my money, to allow allow you to allow my life to change because of this that you are offering. And so when you look at the commitment level, most times we are trying to communicate to everyone, but everyone has different commitment levels. Just like you see, there are babies, like children, at a certain age to certain age, like they have a few, they have a few minutes of concentration. You understand that a child can have, at most 5 minutes, and beyond that, everything else you say is, is just air. They do not get anything else after that. So everyone in their lanes, in the sidewalk, slow lane, and fast lane, they have different commitment levels. Like someone in the sidewalk, they have, less than 3 minutes. Someone in the slow lane, they have about 5 to 15 minutes. And someone in the fast lane, they already understand, they know, you understand, they have longer minutes. And someone like this can commit over 60 minutes or even hours and hours, wanting to know about your thing, or wanting to know about your service, or even going through a program. You understand? For those who have programs that go for like 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, by the time someone is committing, they fully understand they're in the fast lane. But if you bring someone from the sidewalk, those are the people you find dropping out. So I don't know if that makes sense for you guys. And so, trying to summarize, let me see. So the types of content, which piece and content type is relevant to them. You understand? The content you create depends on the commitment of your audience, the commitment they are willing to give you. And this isn't about, quantity. However short or long your content is, quality always matters. But as important as this is, it also needs to be relevant to them, yeah? Make sure. So you need to make sure that the content you create is relevant to the type of audience you share it with. People in your sidewalk will only commit to 3 minutes of their time. You understand? So you need to capture their attention with a short micro content, a short Facebook, TikTok post, whatever it is, whatever platform it is that you're using, you know, and so that it may work. You understand? This could also come in form of a short guide, you know, that provides a specific piece of actionable, actionable training, you know. And with those in your slow lane, you can go into greater detail with more in-depth guide. You have up to, okay, just a minute. I need to close my windows. All right. Okay. So you can, with people in the fast lane, you can go deep with someone because they are engaged, right? And are ready to take action. You can have 30 or even 60 minutes of their time. We mentioned that earlier on. And at all times, your content needs to be relevant and relatable and consider the commitment your audience is willing to give. So quality is always important, but without relevance, it means little. So we have another thing, it's called the frequency. You know, it's the frequency in the sidewalk. So once you create relevant content, you need to make sure that you share it with your audience at the right time. You know, how you share this can come in many forms: email, social media, online ads, retargeting. It's important to not do too much, but it's also just as important to not share too little. So after all, to become the go-to expert for someone, you have to become, you have to be in the very forefront of their mind, right? I refer to this as being top of mind, right? Your audience needs to see you often and buy in to the idea that you are the authority figure they need in their life, or you are the service they need, or you have the product that they need, right? In the sidewalk, they only want to see you show up once a day. You understand? You can't change that. And most times we're doing just things anyhowly. You understand? So whether this is like in their inbox or newsfeed or somewhere else online, they don't need to see you everywhere because they are still beginning to trust you. Once they're in your slow lane, you need to get them in, you need to get in front of them every day, you know, 1 to 2 times. You understand? Ideally across multiple platforms. You understand? So whereas you should show up in those in your fast lane more than 2 times a day. So in their inbox, you're there, in their news feed, you're there, and, you know, anywhere else, you know, of value, you're there. So part of the ROI online marketing sales methodology or method, you know, focuses on omnipresence, which is the notion of becoming top of mind. And this is what really omnipresence is about. It's being able to time things at the right time with the right frequency, so we are able to take someone to a new level of thinking. And this does not mean showing up 15 times a day to everyone. No, you're going to get mixed interactions from people. You're going to get mixed things are not going to really turn out well for you. So you need to show up at the right. You need to show up in the right way at the right time and at the right frequency. You know, getting this wrong means you will become an annoying mosquito, you know, instead of, you know, of a go-to authority. You know, those mosquitoes that, you know, cry and you just want to do away with it. And so someone ends up blocking you. So your tone, we covered something like this earlier on. You need to sound right for your audience. The tone you use for different elements, you know, for the different elements of your audience also matters. Some of your audience knows you well, so you want to be more casual and, you know, open with them, you know. But for those who have only just come across you, like, you know, once or your work, you know, it may put them off, right? So it's very crucial to go back to something that we covered earlier on. You need to know your tone. You need to know your voice, digital voice. You need to take up all the 3 lanes into account and tweak your tone accordingly. And those on your sidewalk want to see more structured and formal content, you know, because they don't yet trust you. You know, they don't care about your story or anything like that. All they care about is whether you offer value and are you someone worth following, right? In your slow lane, they want to hear your story, right? They are now interested. They need to know, they need to know you. They want to know you, and you need to build their trust. So storytelling is one of the best things, best way to do this, as is sharing your story and journey with them. And once they get into your fast lane, you can connect with them on a deeper level. They crave to see the real you, which means you can open up and share, your unfair advantage. You start getting paid for your service, you start getting paid for your products because they are now well aware. They know what your product will do for them. They know what your service will do for them. So you understand. So you start getting paid for who you are and how you work. Right? So you need to be yourself, be casual, and share the same tone you would, with friends and peers at this stage. You understand? So this is another reason why traditional approach of sharing the same message with everyone no longer works. Everyone is in their different, lanes. You understand? So different people at different stages, they want to see a different version of you, right? So your tone plays a big part in this. And so take this into account when you communicate with your different lanes. So the lane changer, what gets them to the next point, So this is a huge part of the 3-lane marketing framework. Because at the end of the day, you want to move your audience from sidewalk to slow lane and to the fast lane, right? And to the loyal customer. Everyone wants a loyal customer, but not everyone wants to do the work to make someone, a prospect, a loyal customer, right? And it takes this. You need to have this into consideration when interacting with anyone. Even when you have a message from Facebook or any of these accounts, you need to know where are they, which stage are they on? So you are able to respond to them, reply to them. You understand? When someone asks you, how much does this cost? You understand? You don't say, okay, this costs this, how much, and this, how much, but you add something to that. By mere fact of someone asking, how much does this cost? They are somewhere, in one of the lanes. So as your audience gains clarity and gets to know you better, they naturally progress through these lanes, right? It's natural, it just happens automatically. But you can make this transition even easier for both you and your prospects by being intentional about how you move them from lane to lane. So what and what gets them to the next point, right? To move someone from the sidewalk to the slow lane, they first need to understand and admit the pain they are feeling and the problem, right? They have. You need to illuminate this for them, and they need to gain clarity. And for someone to move from the slow lane to the fast lane, they need to understand and appreciate your process or methodology. You understand? And get to the stage where they want to solve their problem. You understand? Trust also plays a very big role here, right? Because someone won't move into your fast lane until they trust you and see you as the authority, until they trust your product. So when you're creating your content, you shouldn't be all about purchase today, enroll today. You need to give it more body. You understand? Finally, in the fast lane, they need to buy into their new reality and appreciate what life will look like once they work with you or once they buy your product or service. You understand? They need to get to the point where they are ready to invest in themselves. You understand? And fill the gap between their pain and vision. So simply put, if you implement this kind of method, the process happens, naturally. Your audience will move through these lanes as their trust, in you grows, right? And they see how powerful, your methods are. And this can happen through sharing content, valuable content, not just content anyhow. And being very intentional about this transition, you understand? So you can make everything smoother by introducing the right call to action. So the call to action is, it doesn't matter how good you are or how compelling your product or service or product is. Your audience needs you to take the reins and prompt, to create and prompt prompt them to take actions, right? You need them to sell. You need to sell. You need to create options. You need to ask them to pull the trigger, because if you don't, they won't. They just won't overcome their pain, and you won't turn and lead into a customer, right? So it's as simple as that, which is why your call to action is very important, right? So it's very important, distribution channel, how and where to share your content. The final piece to this puzzle is distribution. Where do you distribute it? In the sidewalk, your audience craves micro content. Once in the slow lane, so much of your distribution centers around social media, right? For person in the sidewalk, email and PR, it's all about, small content. Once in the slow lane, you need to go deeper in the content. So, more in-depth emails work, as does, a Facebook group post as well. It works, a video tutorial, of your product, service, whatever it is, those testimonials, landing pages, to opt in, for a guide or mini sites, you understand? And online ads, and that can retarget them based on their consumption, And finally, in the first lane, your distribution needs to go deeper, still with things like webinars, challenges and courses, but also deeper in terms of, personal interaction. And this is Facebook Messenger. You can use this, more sophisticated retargeted, ads and, intimate, ways to communicate with them. So thank you very much. And that is just it.
Wow, 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 wow. I really want to thank you so much, Herbert, for this wonderful presentation. Believe me, the 2.5 hours we've been listening to you didn't go to waste. I've learned a lot personally. And we are now into a session of question and answer. And I think I'll start with my own question. And I would want to request members, you can put up your hand. If you have a question, you can put up your hand. Then I'll be able to give you a chance to ask our facilitator of today. Herbert, I just wanted to share with you my experience when it comes to digital marketing. There is a time I really wanted to sell something, and I ended up posting or making posts on my Instagram, Twitter, which is X, and also Facebook. And I think Twitter was very, very expensive, but I ended up paying money, and I didn't get any kind of response from anybody. No one commented, no one contacted me for anything, and I was very disappointed. Then Facebook, Facebook. I got some bit of comments, and I got some people who inboxed me for further details, something like that. And it was the same thing, I think, with also Twitter. Instagram, YouTube. I think that one also wasn't that easy. So, in your experience, is there a specific platform for someone who is just starting that would use to quickly engage into the right audience, something like that? Just something, any platform that you would recommend? Thanks so much, Herbert.
Thank you, Peter. So earlier on, I mentioned something. So you need one thing you need to do. I don't know what you were doing by then, if it was targeted to the right audience or you were boosting. So those are totally different things. It's different to boost and it's different to run a campaign. Now, the hard truth is all these platforms are like that. You're not going to, unless, okay, well, there is TikTok for now. And with TikTok, it has a pool of a lot of people, and there are very many unserious people, while there are also some serious people. But to answer your question is, you need to, first of all, break down who your target audience is. And also you need to break down who you want, this information to reach out to. You understand? So once you get to know that, you do that on a planning board before even running any ads. Besides that, they are going to chop a lot of money from you, and you're going to get a lot of unserious people. You're not going to get sales at all. That is very crucial. You need to go into campaign mode, not boost mode, right? That's why I said, as a business, you need to approach Facebook, for instance, from the back end, not from the front end. You understand? The front end is what everyone sees. Boost this, boost that. But the back end is a bit more complex, but it delivers the results that you require. You understand? And by then you're able to watch the frequencies. You understand? When you are running an ad, because for them they will charge you per conversion. For every single person who comes into your inbox, they are going to charge you for that person. Whether the person buys or not, that is your business. For them, they're going to come at the end of the day and they want their money. And if they come and they bill you and you do not want to, to pay their money, they are going to block your account. You understand? So you need to go on a drawing board and say, these are the kinds of people I want. You understand? And so you be very specific with them. Let's say, for instance, on Twitter, if you want, customers, you need to be very specific. You ask them for that kind of data. You understand? So once you do that, they give you this exact, but you also need to plan for them. When someone reaches out to me, asking me this kind of information, where are they? Which buyer journey are they on? You understand? It takes us back to what we call the CRM. You need to understand that by someone just sending you a comment or sending you a message, they're inquiring about something. You shouldn't be direct with them about, okay, when someone says, this is how much it costs. And when they say, how much does this cost? And, you say, this costs, let's say, 20,000. You should provide more value to that. You understand? Because they're all in different journeys. Someone might come and ask how much it costs. You understand? But they want to even understand. But they're asking, they are interested, but they do not fully understand what it is. And that's what causes most of these digital marketing campaigns not to work out. Because we are all about the money, because we feel like, in demo centers, and I put my money into this. So I need immediate result, and it's not going to work out. So you need to be on the drawing board, plan out everything, brainstorm every sort of question that would come, but also attach a piece of value to every question that will come, every inquiry that will come. You understand? And even if they do not buy it right now, we covered the people in the sidewalk, slow lane, fast lane. Most of us, we do business, we want everyone to buy now. But the hard truth is, only the people in the fast lane, and that is 3% of people online, are going to buy from you, right? The 97%, those are the people who are going to come and inquire. You understand? They might be interested, but they're not ready to buy at that moment. You understand? And so if you say, this thing did not work out, and you give up, it is never going to work out for you. What you do, even if they do not buy from you at that point, you understand, what you do is you put them in a CRM so that you continuously reach out to them. Just the mere fact of them reaching out to you, it means that they're interested, right? And so you can always retarget them at some point, right? You can always keep reminding them that you are there. And so let's say, for instance, you run a Facebook ad and people come into your WhatsApp. Let's say you use your WhatsApp as a landing page for them. Those people who come into, you need to their names, you need to save their contacts. Most times when people come into our inboxes and we answer whatever inquiry they have and they go quiet, we leave them there. And at some point, we just erase them. But remember, you've spent your money, you understand? So what you need to do, you need to put them in a CRM. Just the mere fact of them reaching out to you, they have a little bit of information about who you are, what you do, and what you're selling. You understand? So these are the kinds of people you can put them in an SMS campaign. They might have reached out to you on Facebook, but you can reach out to them on SMS. You understand? You can reach out to them by email. You understand? If you have the information, that is very crucial to have the CRM so that you can put all this information inside there. Does it answer that? Does it answer that for you?
Yeah. Actually, it answers my question.
Yes, so that when they are ready to buy, I don't know how many of you guys interact with Jumia. I think the easiest example I'm going to give is Jumia. You are going to see a product for Jumia on let's say on their app, right? Or on the website. You're going to like it, you're going to spend some time. But the mere fact of you spending some time there, they have recorded your data already. You understand? They have recorded you that, okay, Peter has spent 2 minutes or 3 minutes looking at this, reading the description of this product. It means he likes this product. But there's a reason as to why he had not added it to his cart. There's a reason as to why he has not ordered right now. You understand? So that's a very huge marketing principle that you need to know. Now, for them, what they do, they will remind you. I don't know if you've seen it that later on, let's say, for instance, you've seen a product, you like it, you love it, but you're not ready to buy. You do not have the money, but you like it, right? And then later on, let's say 2 weeks later, you go on Facebook, you see the same product that you saw. You understand? So they are constantly reminding you, they have understood that you are not in the fast lane, someone who is going to buy immediately, but also they have not ignored you completely. You understand? They have said, okay, this person right now, they're not willing to buy, but let's give them time. And some people, it takes them 6 months. You understand? Some people, it takes them 2 months. Sometimes it takes a few days. You understand? And sometimes it's not going to happen immediately. But when it doesn't happen immediately, you need to keep them in a CRM, reaching out to them constantly. Even when someone just comes and inquires, you understand? When you share information, when you share content, you share it with them. You share it via their SMS, you share it via their email. You keep on showing. Now, they might not reach out, but at some point, rest assured, 97%, these people will always get back to you and they will give you their money. So, yes.
Yeah. Thanks so much, Herbert. I know my friends are still trying to prepare questions, but I really want to appreciate you so much. I think my take home here is the fact that we need to profile our potential customers. I think that was really very, very key to me, because oftentimes we want to sell out our products, but we don't plan and intend to profile our target kind of customers, and we end up not meeting our target. So you've talked so well when you said that we need to think about our customers, profile them, understand their behaviors, their goals, their motives, their challenges, their pain points, their buying behavior, and their personality kind of traits as well. And that was very, very key to me. I also loved your exercise when you told us to think about.
Raise his hand.
Yes, Lydia, please go on.
I was saying that Gilbert has raised his hand. And I would also ask, because of time, we take a few questions at once so that Herbert answers them once, and then we call it a day. So Gilbert has raised his hand.
Yes, Gilbert.
Okay, thank you so much. My name is Gilbert Kato, and I'm very happy to be here. It's been an insightful discussion. I am happy the content was top-notch. I want to thank you, Herbert, for that, and I'm glad that I was here. My question goes to the GMB. I want to just ask something about it, because when you talked about it, first of all, you said it is free, and all that it can do, the amazing things. I got interested in it, but my question is it a must for someone to have the website already before having the GMB? Because when you talk about optimization and maybe coming it fast, it took to be something that maybe you should have a website first before you can go to the GMB. Then also on the online presence, there's a temptation of frequenting these sites and maybe posting daily on the same thing. But I wanted to have your input and experience on the sites, because this question is related to what you were answering previously on what the best is and understanding your audience. How have you found LinkedIn so far? Is it something that people, is it one of them, those that we can consider it is something that is whose people are in their own world? Thank you so much.
Thank you, Gilbert.
But
well,
friends,
anyone else?
Any question? Yes, please ask, so that we take all questions once, and then because it's really coming to a close of time. I heard someone was speaking. Sorry, Peter, I'm just stepping in, hoping that you don't have a computer. You may not see the hands.
Oh, no problem.
Otherwise, we'll consider Gilbert's question as the last one. So after Herbert answers, I'll come in and give announcements, and we call it a day.
Thank you, Lydia. So Gilbert, let me start with the second question. Is LinkedIn is it something that you can consider? Now, this goes back to your audience, right? You need to know your audience. You need to know where they are. So LinkedIn is for more professional people, professional services and all that kind of stuff. So if your audience falls in that category, then LinkedIn is good. And actually, LinkedIn is very good because, first of all, it's one of those platforms that has only serious people. Yeah, it has only serious people, and you will be able to get results that are worthwhile. Depending again, if you your target audience is on LinkedIn, right? So it's for more professional services and all that stuff. So if you're a school, you want to be able to, cut through, their circles and all that. You need to share on LinkedIn. You need to share about who you actually are as a person. You need to share your stories on LinkedIn. So there are people who come from there, people in big spaces. Some of them, they feel, Facebook just doesn't work for me, but they are right there on LinkedIn. So if you know who your audience is, earlier on we covered the two personas, covered different people, and it can be that, okay, your audience, your target audience is on LinkedIn. And so that means you have to give LinkedIn your very best shot. You understand? Yes, so it is a very good platform, and it can yield massive results. And yeah, it is something that you can consider. Yeah, never leave out LinkedIn, even if it is just for your personal, you as your personal brand, LinkedIn will work for you, because as you're building a business, you want to be able to associate with other people. You understand? So as you're building, your business on all these other platforms, doing digital marketing on all these other platforms, you can as well, you do it on your LinkedIn as well. As you're doing it on your, your business pages, you can as well do it on your page, so that someone can easily associate it, with you. The second question: do you need a website to have a GMB? No, you don't need a website. But one thing that you need is an email. So if many of you, if you have created emails of late, a Gmail accounts, you create the email, blah, 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 and everything. And then after that, the screen doesn't go away. It tells you, would you like to, to create your, your business, your GMB? It normally asks that questions, but most people, they skip it because they do not know that it actually leads to the GMB. It's free. And you can create Google My Business before creating your website. You understand? But I wouldn't advise, you might not have a website, but that doesn't mean you don't need to buy a domain. So the thing is, by the time you are going digital, by the time you're creating a GMB, you are showing people that you are serious about going digital. And there are people who make money through that. Just because they have seen you, you're putting in the effort, they go and buy your domain or anything that relates to your domain. Let's say, you're a personal brand, Lydia, Biogero, you understand? And you're a personal brand, and they see you've created your GMB, they immediately, the thing they are going to do, they are going to go and buy www.lydiabiogero.com. They are going to buy that, and they're also going to buy .org, whatever it is, they're going to buy it, so that by the time you feel like you are ready to buy your domain, they are going to charge you $1 million. Where are you going to get it from? And yet for them, they buy it, what, 30,000 Ugandan shillings, 50,000 Ugandan shillings. And then before you know, you now have to start going into the process of, now I need to consider another name because I don't have this domain. I've done a lot of work. So there are people who are in that business. So before you create your GMB, at least you spend that 50,000, buy your domain. By the time you get someone to build a website later on, you'll be like, guys, I have my domain. I already bought it. You understand? So this is the domain. You understand? Otherwise, besides that, they are going to, chances are 89% chance that someone is going to buy your domain as soon as you start doing any actions online, because there are people in that business, and that is how they make their money. Thank you. I hope it answers your question.
Well, thanks so much, Herbert. And this was really very, very important to us as young entrepreneurs. We understand that marketing is one of the other way that we can use to reach out to different customers, and so that our business are able to thrive. At this juncture, I really want to appreciate you so much once again, and I want to invite our very own Aunt Lydia to come and give us a few communication and some closing remarks. Thanks so much once again.
Thank you, Peter. Thank you very much, Herbert. And thank you, everyone, for your kind attention. I see that people who have been on the call from the start, there are people who joined in the middle, and you're still here. And we thank you for making the time to be a part of today's call. Herbert, thank you. Yesterday, as a business that has very good potential, was consulting with the ALI office, and they wanted to do marketing, like vigorous marketing. And I told them, unless you have patent rights, Unless you have copyrights, please do not go on social media because I saw their project was going to be stolen. I want to repeat, and I think just re-emphasize what Herbert has said. Unless you have your domain name, please do not go on social media because there are people who are just waiting for easy money. Once you're selling, once you have a good name, a good product, they will steal it from you and you can't do anything about it. So that's a bit of the downside of social media. It can actually bring for you a lot of sales, but your idea can also be stolen. So just watch out. I know all of us like are on TikTok. We are throwing our things everywhere, but please be sure, Sharifa, I see you're doing a lot of urban farming and cutting glasses from used bottles. People can just steal ideas. People don't want to think. So please be sure, be very sure that before you go on social media, you have the copyright, you have your name secured. Once you secure your name, there is no way Google will make a mistake of selling it again. Yeah, so let's just do that. I like the fact that Herbert mentioned that advertising and marketing is the breath of any business, and he reminded us about the fact that even brands that have really been in the market for long and have made very good strides in business, they have lots of customers like MTN and Coca-Cola, they're still advertising, they're still marketing. So that means that for us who are still people in young businesses, our businesses are just really taking shape, we even need to do more in marketing. But I also wanted to just say that as Herbert was saying and speaking, I know most of us found this as rocket science, right? It's something new to us. I tried to do what Peter did in our nonprofit, and it brought us some sales, but indeed the consistency. So sometimes you might just want to hire a professional, like Herbert. We don't know what your charges are, but please certainly do reach out to Herbert if you're really wanting to drive sales. Herbert works up with a very credible organization. So he works with Avoda Leadership Institute. If you guys want to Google my business, that's a new term I have now. GMB.
Yeah, you got that right.
Yeah. Avoda, if you want to, it's a very credible leadership, business leadership institute. And so he's a very credible person. He's driving sales for businesses. And I know that as his side hustle, so this is his side hustle. So as a person who is in business, if you feel like all the things that he talked about today are rocket science to you, you can't do them, please reach out. He will guide you at a fee of cost, of course, but I know he will do it at a friendly cost since now ALI is a friend and a client, right? So the password is ALI, guys. Thank you so much. I am so happy that we've all been able to touch base and see each other. It's been a joy to just hear from each one of you. Let's keep working together, connecting. Do not get out of the network, guys. Do not get lost. Let's keep going. And our special sympathies to people who lost funding from USAID. I think that should be our next topic in June. Maybe, do we still need USAID funding or we do not? Remember, we've always talked about sustainable models. So anyway, guys, that's what I wanted to say. I'm going to ask Sister Barbara, but she says she's in Gulu. Barbara, are you able to pray for us today? So yeah, Herbert, they're asking for your contact details. If you can share them in the chat as Barbara prays for us. Herbert, are you able to share your contact details?
Yes, sure. It's 0787. If you have somewhere.
Just type it in the chat.
Okay, sure.
Oh, guys, I can actually share the number, but just share it here for everyone. What else did I want to say? I think Barbara is not able to pray for us. Mandy, are you able to pray for us?
Yeah, I can.
Okay. Great.
Okay. Father God, we thank you for today. We thank you for all the information that we were given. And as I was praying, as the speaker was speaking, it's a lot of information for us each to take in. But as we are all gaining this information, I pray that you would lead us and guide us on how to walk it out and how to apply it to each of our businesses. And we thank you that you continually give us wisdom and strategy for it through each facilitator, for each person, through our mentors, and that we can just continually seek you. And your word tells us that if we commit all our plans to you, you will make us succeed. And I am speaking and declaring and confessing that in this year, 2025, each of our ministries, nonprofits, and businesses are going to succeed, and we are going to be more successful. And I end with this scripture that you have crowned us with your goodness and your faithfulness, and we are dripping with the abundance of you, Lord God, in the year 2025 and years to come. In Jesus' name we pray, amen.
And amen. Thank you, guys. Have a beautiful weekend. I'll be sharing the recording, so thanks for hanging out. Have a blessed evening. Bye.
Thank you.